with Guns America. This is the brand new KUNA from Springfield Armory. It is a 9mm PDW. It's a pistol, takes 9mm, has 30 round mags. It's a roller delayed little pistol, PCC, whatever you want to call this thing. We're going to jump in and go through all the features really quickly, but let me just first of all tell you, my first impressions of this thing is that it is cool, it is light, it is handy, it is well made. I'm actually pretty impressed at just first glance. So let's just start down here at the end with the barrel. It has a 6-inch cold hammer forged barrel, and it is melanite coated. It has a muzzle brake here on the end of it, a ported muzzle brake, 1/2 by 28 threads. We're going to suppress it up and make sure it runs that way. The operating system is a roller bearing delayed, similar to things like the MP5. Makes it so there's less reciprocating mass, less recoil, less muzzle rise. You should be able to run and gun this really hard and not have a lot of recoil. So that's actually pretty exciting. This thing is short, it's small. This is a pistol, okay? This is a brace. It comes, there's two versions. One of them comes with a brace, one of them comes without it. Either way, there's a pick rail on the back here that allows you to attach whatever you'd like to. You could go do a stamp and SBR this. This brace does fold. I put my thumb here and just push up, and the brace folds and it locks folded. You can fire it with it closed. This is a brace. Let's just be clear about that. It's a monolithic 7075 aluminum upper, and it's got M-lock on both sides and on the bottom, all the way around. Pretty handy setup that way. It's a polymer lower. It's got a actually better than I expected from Springfield Armory trigger in it. So that's good news. It's got a pick rail all the way down the monolithic upper. It's got sling attachment point right there. There's 2 pins here, and you can separate the upper and the lower. We're not going to show you doing that on YouTube because they don't like that, but we're going to probably show you it apart at some point here in a second. You can move this brace up and down back here. There are built-in sights that comes with these, so depending on how you set the brace up, you could get your face low enough to look right down the pick rail, and if you did that, there are sort of, you know, traditional Glock or Springfield style sights here, like a pistol dovetailed sight and a front post, as you can see. But the way it's set up right now, I can't get my face low enough to see those. My eye is up here where the dot is at right now. And the cool thing about these, they're called hybrid sights, and they flip up so that you got a peep and a post here. And now they co-witness in the, well, actually they don't co-witness, but they could co-witness with your dot. They don't co-witness with this one. I have it set up too high. This thing is fully ambi. So when I say fully ambi, like I already mentioned before, this bolt handle does not reciprocate. And that means it does not move back and forth when you shoot the gun. And you can switch it to either side, but you can drop the bolt or lock it open from the right side or the left side. The safety is fully able to be used from either side, and this one's stiff. The mag release is right here. It's in a really handy spot, and you've got a mag release on this side as well. This is the mag. It's translucent. It has steel feed lips. It holds 30 rounds. It comes with 2 of them. It uses a AR style pistol grip here in the back. It is a flat face trigger, and I'm just going to kind of give you some impressions on this trigger real quick. In fact, I'm just going to drop the mag. So a little bit of take up here. It is flat face, which I like, and it's long, which means you can get at the bottom of it. There's quite a bit of travel. So if you look, that's moved all that distance, and then it just sort of rolls through. It's actually not that heavy, and it's not really that gritty or anything. It's fairly smooth, but it's kind of like it's a rolling trigger without a real consistent wall, or without a wall and then a break. It just kind of rolls through. It actually reminds me of an old 3-gun trigger that people used to like, except a little heavier. But it's not horrible. It's not bad at all. If nothing ever better comes out for it, I could live with that. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you about this. I think that kind of gets the coverage. We're going to go shoot some groups. I'm actually going to do something that you don't see people do on these very often. I'm going to put like a 20 power scope on this to shoot groups with and just see what it's capable of. And then we're going to deck it out and kind of go nuts. So stick with us. Let's see what the accuracy looks like. All right, so before we shoot groups, I lied. I figured it'd be a good idea just to show you what we got going on in here. So we have a trigger group that is all sort of housed together. I don't see pins like a traditional AR. That's not going to be interchangeable. but it does look like it has like a nickel Teflon coating on it. It's really smooth, it's really slick. My guess is it's going to stay clean really easy, and the aftermarket world probably could improve on this, which is good news. So we're not going to take anything more apart on here, but you can see the bolt and the operating spring in here, and if you want to see how that works. But we're not going to take anything apart because YouTube gets a little angry. And you can see your ejector right there that's just fixed into the side of that aluminum, and pretty interesting. Oh, by the way, it does say on the side here that it's made in Croatia. Now let's go shoot some groups. I lied again. I want to tell you one more thing before we go shoot groups. This is really easy to take apart. It's just 2 pins. You've already seen it apart. I just put it back together. We're not showing that, but it's really going to be easy to get it and clean because of how easy it is to just pop the 2 pins that come apart really easy. Other thing that I wanted to mention to you, and I should have done it at the beginning, is number one, I am not being paid by Springfield. I'm not part of their pro staff. I was not sent this gun for free. This is not my gun. I do not own it. But Springfield certainly did not gift this to me like they have done other people in the past. So just want to make that clear that I do not have some sort of relationship where I got this gun for free. This is my personal evaluation of the gun. I'm really shooting it. I'm really interested in whether this thing performs. And I am lucky enough to be at GunsAmerica where I get to test a lot of cool stuff. So I'll give you my impressions. If we have a malfunction or a problem, I'll absolutely tell you about it. That's my promise to you. Let's go shoot some groups. All right, up first is the, we're gonna shoot 5-shot group of American Eagle 147 flat nose full metal jacket. All right, that shot really low. I thought we were zeroed, but that shot into the target below it. All right, up next, let's shoot some premium Nosler ASP. These are 115 jacketed hollow points. Mags are surprisingly easy to load. Okay, that shot more point of impact. That was a huge impact shift there. Okay, so that was the Nosler. Let's shoot some with just Winchester 115 ball. See where that goes. 5 rounds of that. Like it settles down. The brace has a lot of this in it, as you can see, which is really annoying. Yeah. All right, that was the Winchester. Let's shoot some of this Fiocchi. Actually, I lied. Let's not shoot that. Let's shoot hand loads. Let's just see what it does with my bullets and see if they're any better. So this is an RMR hand load in aluminum case. It's a 124 grain flat nose. My pistols love these. These shoot better than anything else. It's a really consistent bullet, but you have to hand load them is the biggest problem. All right. Well, how about that? Far the best group of the day. Weirdness. Let's go look. All right, this is clear. Bolts locked open. Mags out. Let's run down there and look. All right, so this was the very first group. I was aiming up here. They shot really low. They strung a little bit horizontally, or vertically, sorry. That's the Federal American Eagle 147 flat nose. This was the Nosler. It's whatever we shot second. You can see that group, and they were more up there. This was the Winchester white box. Had this weird flyer out here. These were my own personal hand loads, and this was the aiming point. The 147s definitely hit low. So, but I mean, the gun's got potential. That's a pretty good group, honestly, at this distance for a little short carbine, and especially considering how much wobble there is in that brace. So we went ahead and decked the KUNA out, lost the muzzle brake, threw on a suppressor, stuck a mud light on, stuck a Steiner IR laser on here. We're going to do some night vision stuff with this later tonight. And then this red dot and mount, this is a Reptilia mount. And this is a lead and steel dot, and this dot is not out yet. This is an early prototype, but this dot's pretty cool. It's going to be something you're going to want to pay attention to. So the company's lead and steel, but their research department is a company called Cord. It's Central Ohio research development, and they're doing some really cool stuff with law enforcement and military. Recess buttons, this is the version 2. This is the Pandora box is what this is called, the PB3. It's a 3 MOA dot. It's Japanese optics, Japanese emitter. It's got sandwiched glass, which makes it stronger. It's IPX8. It's really super waterproof. It's got a 30% bigger window than other red dots in this category, and it uses the Acro 2 platform footprint. Anyway, I'm pretty impressed with it. It's got 3 reticles, 30,000 hour battery life on 2032. We're going to get a full production model, and we'll give you guys a full review on what we think of it, but so far I'm pretty impressed and think it's pretty great. All right, let's shoot some more. A couple of things I want to just point out is that when these mags are new and when they're full, it's actually really hard to get them to seat. I was actually locking the bowl open and dropping it. After you shot a couple rounds out, it's not a big deal. I'm sure if you downloaded one just like an AR, so you ran 29 rounds instead of 30, it would be a lot better, a lot easier. The safety is still a little stiff. I'm expecting that's going to break in a little bit, but right now it's like it requires some muscle to manipulate the safety. But I mean, you can. It's pretty nice that it's fully ambi though, because you can literally swap hands and, you know, go back. So controlled pairs are super stupid easy. Like literally just one good side picture, pull the trigger twice. This thing really does not have much muzzle rise, much lift. Granted, there's a bunch of crap on it now with the suppressor and laser, but I mean, it shot like that before too. I mean, if you watch, you know, I mean, you can hear how fast that is. So I have thoroughly tested and shot the KUNA at this point, and I've got a lot of rounds through it. It is really easy to burn a ton of ammo with these 30 round mags, and I am honestly pretty impressed with this thing. So I've run a whole bunch of different types of ammo, from self-defense ammo to just FMJs to my own reloads, and I have not had a single malfunction of any kind. One of my criticisms of this originally when I saw it was that it did not use Glock mags. Like, I wanted it to use Glock mags because I have a lot of them and I just know they work, but I haven't had any issues with these mags. The translucent is really nice. The steel feed lips are really easy to load. So that is a big win. The fact that it comes with iron sights right out of the box means that you can go out and shoot this. You really don't have to spend any extra money on anything if you don't want to, but it comes decked out ready to like literally put lights on it, lasers, red dots. As you guys saw, I mounted a 20 power scope to test accuracy, and at 50 yards, the best group was my hand loads, and they were like that. So it's very capable, especially for a little 6-inch barrel, of really doing its job. I figured out as well, originally this was loose and I just thought the brace sucked, but it actually is not the situation. The brace was actually loose. It came that way, and after I tightened it up, everything is now tight, so there's no more wobble or wiggle, which would have actually made shooting the groups a lot nicer. So I am trying to think of something to actually be critical of this about, and I really honestly don't have anything. Other than, I mean, I guess it still would have been nice if they would have used Glock mags, even though there appears to be nothing wrong with these. But there, you got a lot of real estate on top. It's a monolithic upper. The trigger is really pretty good for this kind of gun. I think it's just going to get smoother and better with more use. It hasn't had a single hiccup with either the muzzle brake or with the suppressor on it. Freak, it's so small and tiny. I mean, this will fit right into a bag or backpack, and that's a lot of firepower. It's low recoil, easy to shoot. I mean, double taps or controlled pairs are really, really easy on this. So I'm I guess the biggest complaint I could, if I was just kind of trying to nitpick, it would be that it seems as though the aftermarket takes its own sweet time to support Springfield Armory's products, meaning like I bought a Hellion and there still isn't a better trigger for it. But this actually, I don't know if I'd replace this trigger. It's really not bad. I could live with this trigger, so I'm not even sure if there was one, if I would do anything different. I think this thing's actually pretty badass right out of the box, so I got really no complaints. It's pretty light. It only weighs 5.5 pounds. Yeah, go check it out. There's more pictures on GunsAmerica. Obviously, you can go check out Springfield's website. The price is, I think, fair, appropriate, maybe even a bargain considering what you're getting here. Anyway, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you on the next video.